and just see how far you can do, which would then cast. Of course, people don't want to do it because what if you win? And then it just shows that like all of us researchers kind of wasted our time for a month or more. No, it's a good point. And I'd be curious to see how well that does. Or even if you could predict, even if you're not really looking at the text, just that maybe its length, and see how well you could predict how many events to generate from its length, or some superficial characteristics. Maybe the chief thing to try.
I had a non-technical question. You said there were about 10 odd people in the mock evaluation.
Yeah.
The last one was 97. And what are these guys doing these days?
Oh, good question. Yeah, there were 16 participants in 1995, but nine did the scenario template. Some people just did like co-reference or named entity. There were quite a bit fewer than that for Mach 7 in 1997, and not even we did Mach 7, which is, you have to be pretty confident when you're a government contractor not to do much. But I think people have really realized that this has kind of gone on long enough, and people found reasons to drop out of it. Depending on what site you are, you're doing anything from finding a new area to work in to sitting around waiting for DARPA and other places to make up their minds about what's next.
Well, I guess my question was, is there another task that people agree upon which would drive research in?
No. No, in fact, the things that we're starting to hear about is muck warmed over. Not called muck, but small twiddles. Template filling. Now instead of named entity, they're talking about nominalized entities, like extracting templates from arbitrary noun phrases. Or just intra-sentential relationships, like relationships between entities, but not ones that go between sentences. So just different things. Nobody's found like a new paradigm that was going to drive research. Yeah, people are pretty. There's an extreme lack of ideas along this.
So like, there is the IR end of the problem, and then there is this complete understanding end of the problem.
Right.
Is there any trust from the IR side saying we do more detailed IR? In other words, is that another way to take muck?
Yeah, I mean, that's, I think they may have, I think one of the treks may, not 100% sure of this, may have had something that's at least a small step closer to IE, which is essentially sub-document retrieval. So instead of having a huge collection of documents and pulling out the relevant ones, what you have is like the